They say they got the shooting call just after 7:30 here in the 1500 block of Huge 9. As you can see, it's still an active crime scene here. We have 3 police cars, 1 with flashing lights. After looking through 6 cars, we found this parking ticket that lists the person's date of birth, driver's license, and address. Walker says something as simple as this could put you at risk. The outside surface temperature of this fish tunnel is more than 150 degrees. It's hot to the touch for me, which could be even hotter to a child. Merle, the car is still sitting in the same spot from where it was hit just 5 weeks ago. As you can see here, the windshield is caving in from where the pole landed. Bernard says first, guests sign in on the iPad. And once they pull up, they'll have about 3 minutes to pay their last respects. These wanted for vandalism signs remain on the front doors as police continue to look for the suspects. A witness I spoke to says the women were able to rip these front doors right off its hinges. The family says that the homeowners actually built this brick structure here to stop flooding water from coming inside the house, where I found a light pole that has one of these aluminum bases. As you can see here, very intricate in design, very detailed, but they are movable. It's been a few hours since Samuel Pierman was bonded out of the Tate County Jail Thursday afternoon. He worries his days are numbered.
I'm in fear of my life. I can't go to my house. I'm in fear of my life. There's a conspiracy to kill me.
On Sunday, police were sent to issue a warrant out of Tate County for Pierman's arrest, but went to the wrong home, which resulted in police using deadly force against Ishmael Lopez after they say he threatened them with a gun.
They showed up on the wrong day and killed the wrong person when there was no warrant out whatsoever until Monday, July 24th, 2017. That's when the warrant was signed for my arrest.
But Lopez was killed July 23rd around 11:30 p.m. Pierman says police came to his home after Lopez was killed.
I spoke with the police. I give them my ID. And they said, well, you know, okay, man, what'd you hear? That's all they wanted to know, is what I heard. They were trying to cover this up.
Tate County deputies say an arrest warrant was issued for Pierman after he choked a woman Sunday night in front of her child at an area gas station. Pierman says his attorney has advised him not to discuss the details in the warrant at this time, but says he believes police were sent to kill him that night.
Well, come to find out, later that day, they shot and killed Ishmael Lopez through his door. He had no weapon. He didn't have the door cracked. They shot him through that door. They came with one intention, to kill me.
And Pierman says his heart and prayers go out to the Lopez family.
I apologize, man. It wasn't my fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you guys lost. It wasn't my fault. And I wish they would have got the right house the first time.
Summer Roden is enjoying a day at Overton Park with her 4-year-old twins, Dallas and Belle. She says they're prepared to take on the heat.
We brought 2 big bottles of water and 2 big huge cups of ice, and we've just been letting the rain sprinkle on us and just kind of chilling.
I like the drums. I like all of it.
This week's rising temperatures can bring hidden dangers to the playground. Playground equipment can become much hotter while in the sun.
Yeah, I was thinking about the slides with the metal, but they checked it out and they seemed to think it was okay.
We tested to see how hot playground equipment can get. Metal slide, 105 degrees. Pavement, 104 degrees. And the ropes course, 107 degrees. We then went to the Riverside Water Park in downtown, which is more directly in the sun. Splash poles, 141 degrees. Metal slide, 124 degrees. The outside surface temperature of this fish tunnel is more than 150 degrees. It's hot to the touch for me, which could be even hotter to a child. Pediatric hospitalist Erica Brown says children under the age of 3 have a greater risk of getting burned.
Younger children haven't learned yet to back away from something that burns. We have a reflex that if something's hot and it's burning us, that we want to pull away. Younger children don't do that.
She says the temperatures of the day don't make play equipment more or less of a risk.
There have been serious burns reported in children on playground equipment, even on mild temperature days, like in the 70s. It's more of a risk if the playground equipment is in direct sunlight.
Plastic and rubber can be just as dangerous as metal in the heat. Wood, rubber, and gravel surfaces can all get hot enough to burn.
So things that we can do is make sure that children are wearing their shoes. They're running around barefoot on those surfaces.
At first look, our Bernard Funeral Services on Lamar Avenue may look like any other mortuary in Memphis, but its state-of-the-art drive-through viewing area sets it apart from the rest. Director Ryan Bernard says only a handful of funeral homes in the country offer this feature, and they're the only one in Tennessee.
I got the idea from a funeral home out in California. I thought it was something new. I thought it would be neat to bring to the Memphis area, just to add something unique to our funeral home to let us stand out.
The family-owned funeral home opened its doors just 3 weeks ago. Bernard says they've had 4 drive-through viewings so far.
We had people just pulling up just to be nosy. They saw it on Facebook, they heard it through friends, and they just wanted to come by. They didn't even know the people who was in the viewing room.
Bernard says first, guests sign in on the iPad. And once they pull up, they'll have about 3 minutes to pay their last respects.
They would have a viewing here, visitation here, then we'd set up like an hour time for the family to come view during the visitation, or right before the visitation, or maybe right after the visitation. But they get 1 hour, and it's free.
Bernard says the drive-through is convenient for those who may lack or have limited mobility.
You'll be surprised how many people who just can't stomach coming into a funeral home. They're scared, so it offers convenience to those.
And Bernard says the added feature allows his family to focus on offering customized care to those they serve.